Welcome back to another episode of JailBreak Overlander. I'm Richie, and this is JailBreak. And this episode is going to be about individual first aid kits. I've got another YouTuber, EOD Fish, active military airman, who is going to share his wisdom on individual first aid kits with you. And then I'm going to follow this video up with an individual first aid kit, how to build one from my own experience in a day or two. I didn't want to inundate you with two videos at one time. So listen to this guy. Check out his channel. He's got a lot of good information over there. I'll leave links below. Here we go.
All right, hey guys, we got some medical content coming your way, and I want to throw this disclaimer out there first because I know it's going to come up, and it's kind of a six in one hand, half dozen the other topic. All right, so carrying things that you may or may not know how to use. All right, so the biggest and low-hanging fruit here is the chest dart or the decompression needle. All right, if you don't know how to use one of these, that in my mind, in my opinion, that's not a reason not to carry it. All right, if you don't know how to use it and you have it, you just don't use it. It takes up the space of a Sharpie. If you do know how to use it, great. It's a huge capability. Not totally needed stateside, so if you don't want to deal with it, I got it. Don't get it. But just because you don't know how to use it isn't necessarily a reason to forgo that capability. Somebody might run across you and see it and know how to use it and apply it, and it could end up saving your life, especially when it's something this small. All right, we're not talking like an IV start kit and a 500 milliliter saline bag or something like that. It's an extra pen on your person. All right, so with that in mind, let's go ahead and jump into the video. Alright, hey guys, so I was challenged to do a everyday carry medical kit video by JailBreak Overlander, and I just want to preface this by saying I am in no way, shape, or form a medical professional. I've done a couple first aid kit-ish videos in the past, so for a frame of reference, I've got some training through some drug deal happenstance. I'm qualified to teach TCCC until somebody realizes that they made a mistake and pull my certs. But for now, that's kind of the frame of reference. I know how to use it to a little bit more than a layman's level, but I think because I'm not a medical professional, we can make this a little bit more applicable to the everyday person. All right, so I got a lot of stuff on the table today, and that's to kind of illustrate that it's very easy to get caught up by paralysis by analysis, right? So I've been kind of a fan of medical kits and building them for a while, and it's very, very easy to get wrapped up around all of the options that are out there. So for example, we've got 4 tourniquets here on the table, all 4 different models. So you've got the cat tourniquet, the soft T wide, this ratcheting thing, I can't remember the name of it, and then this from the March IFAC resupply kit, the TMT tourniquet. All right, so which tourniquet is the best? Well, that's kind of easy to answer. As long as it's on the COT TCCC recommendation list, because they don't approve anything. If you know how to use it, that's the best one you've got. All right, so I'm a big fan of the cat. All right, I've practiced with that a lot. I know how it works. The soft T wide, also a big fan of that. I've played around with the ratcheting one. It works well. and this TMT I have never used before. It seems interesting, but it would not be my first go-to because I don't know how it works. All right, so that's kind of what I'm getting at here is if you've got stuff that you're already comfortable with, that's a good starting point. Go with that, and then kind of build your kit from there. All right, so I got a couple different options here, and these are just kind of things to show you to keep in mind. The best medical kit for you is what you have. All right, so if you sit there and spend weeks and weeks and weeks trying to research, you know, the smallest rolled gauze, or what the best chest seal is, or hemostatic agents, you know, what if you spend all that time researching and you never build the kit, then you don't have a kit. All right, so just kind of jump at what's out there, and that's why I really like the idea of these refill kits. Not just this one. The CERT one is awesome. North American Rescue makes one, I think. These are a very easy starting point. All right, it might not be the smallest, it might not be the coolest looking stuff out there, but if you've got the kit, you've got the kit, and you already have a leg up. All right. So we need to look at this from a couple different angles. All right, we need to look at trauma, because trauma is what can kill us now. All right, so do we need everything that we would carry in a combat operation stateside? No, we don't. All right, so very easy starting point is this Riker ankle medical kit. All right, I'm not an expert at packing these things, so there's probably some more capability that I could add in here, but we've got a cat tourniquet, we've got a NPA, a nasal trumpet, some shears, there's a quick clot packet in here, and then on the back side we have a pair of chest seals in this sleeve. All right, so that is a really good starting point. You can wear it on your ankle, or you can roll it up and tuck it in the pocket of your backpack, and like the water bottle pocket or something like that. It's a very, very easy to carry kit, but it does have a container, and the container takes up a little bit of space. All right, and then another example here is the Spiritus System fanny sack. All right, and I got a couple different things going on in here. All right, so another example of a trauma kit. All right, so I've got a 3-inch ace bandage wrapped around the outside of this thing, cat tourniquet in there, a decompression needle, nasal trumpet, shears, and the hemostatic agent from the March kit. All right, and then it's all wrapped up in the ace bandage. So what is not in here? Well, I don't have Israeli emergency bandage because this is huge. All right, ace bandage gives you almost all of the same capabilities. If you fit in some gauze with it as well, you're totally set. All right, and it gives you more flexibility because now I can use this for splinting if I need to. I can use it to hold my hemostatic agent in there, all sorts of things, versus kind of this all-in-one option that takes up more space. All right, so that's something you can build a couple of these and throw them in a bag so you can help out other people if you run across a car accident or something like that. Or this can just be your thing, and if you're a dad, you've got cargo pants on or cargo shorts, and you can throw this in there real easy, and it's very easy to carry with you. And if you don't want to go that far, it'll fit in the cup holder in your car. All right, I get it, it's a pain in the butt to carry some of this stuff. You just have to have it close. All right, tourniquets are good to have on you all the time because you're going to die right now if you don't have one and you need one. But to a certain extent, I get it. If you got to leave it in a backpack, you got to leave it in the car. All right, so that's kind of the trauma side of this. All right, but trauma is not the only thing that we have going on. All right, we also have just day-to-day life, and sometimes you just want to make life a little bit easier. All right, so one thing that I've done in the past is I love MRE beverage bags. They are a great size, and they're fairly waterproof until you start folding them up and tearing them and everything, but they're really good for keeping your stuff organized. And this is just kind of a little, how do I fix my day-to-day annoyance bag. All right, so, you know, I didn't put a whole lot of thought into what's in here, but I've been carrying it for a couple of years now, and it's enough to make life not as bad. All right, so we got a handful of bandages in here. All right, sometimes, you know what, that cut or that torn nail or something like that, it just makes your day unpleasant. So you can go ahead and fix that. Got a little tube of Orajel in there, and that's kind of right up the same alley. Yeah, it's good for mouth issues, but you know what? It'll numb other things, all right? So if you smash your finger or something like that, it's good for that. Chapstick. If you need chapstick and you don't have it, it's super annoying. So I always carry an extra tube of chapstick. And then I guess I got 2 in here because I just accumulate things sometimes. A little bit of medical tape in there. You can just, tape up that finger that you smashed or something like that. Some nasal gel. All right, if your nose dries out. I was from Idaho, and nose would dry out all the time. So a little bit of that in there, so you're not picking at it as much. A little bit of emergency. Maybe you're feeling under the weather, or maybe you just want some sort of flavor. All right, emergency is pretty good for that. Some instant coffee. All right, I'm not a coffee snob. I love gas station coffee, so this stuff is pretty good for taking the edge off if you forgot your caffeine that day. And then just a little assortment of random drugs here. We got some Tylenol, sinus and headache, anti-diarrheal stuff, and then acetaminophen. All right, so you got a headache or something like that. All right, you don't have to put a whole lot of thought into this. If you don't have your kit, you don't have your kit. So get something together that makes sense. Don't necessarily go for the smallest package or the most high-speed items possible. Go with what you got and build your kit around that, and then you can kind of piecemeal replace stuff as you go. And then kind of the last thing on that is if you get a little bit more involved, you make like a 72-hour drug bag or something like that. It's real easy to overthink these things, and this has way more stuff in it than it needs to because I just kind of threw it together for a month in Cambodia. But if you buy boxes of this stuff on Amazon, you can get enough to make like 10 of these kits for the same price as some of the off-the-shelf kits. And it's real easy to find some breakdown lists of what to put in here. But I just have a range of stuff. I got diarrhea, kind of like Pepto stuff in there, sting relief, alcohol wipes, antibacterial stuff, some allergy meds, some headache meds, some caffeine pills. It's real easy to make one of these things, and then you always have it if you travel a lot, and it'll help make life more pleasant outside of just worrying about the life-threatening injuries. Because if we're being completely honest, you're going to be using this bag way more than you're going to be pulling out your tourniquet and actually applying that in real life. So I don't know if this video is going to run on my channel first or JailBreak Overlanders, but I just wanted to give you guys a little food for thought, kind of what goes into the medical side and how to get the ball rolling. All right, thanks guys.
I'm going to leave links below to EOD Fish's YouTube channel as well as links to get your gear. I am out.